If you're over 30 or 40 and you've taken a break from playing basketball for a while now and you're looking to get back into basketball shape so you can get back out on the court and play, I'm going to break this down as simple as possible to help you get back on the court so that you can play with the young guns and not embarrass yourself. Okay, so what is your biggest fear when it comes to getting back on the court? I know this isn't a basketball, but it's a ball. So I honestly do believe your biggest fear is not being able to run up and down the court and being out of breath. I don't think that's your biggest fear. I don't think it's your ability to shoot the ball or be consistent or your touch. I don't think it's your ability to dribble the ball or just being out of control, not being able to control the ball properly. I think your biggest fear is your joints. Pain. That's probably your biggest fear. I mean, if you're my age now, almost 40, and you've probably seen a bunch of older guys with the knee straps or just with a whole bunch of injuries that you may have heard about with people breaking their knees or breaking their ankles or tearing tendons and all this stuff. Let me tell you, this is not fun. And if you're anything like me, you know this is horrible. So your biggest fear is pain. Joint pain, in particular knee and ankle issues. If you're a basketball player, this is the worst thing that can happen to you, messing your knee and your ankle up. These two, really, knee and ankle. So the most important thing, if you're 30, 40, and it's been a while since you've been back on the court, the most important thing is that you strengthen your knee and your ankle. How do you strengthen your knee and your ankle joint? Let's say the most important thing is that you strengthen all of your joints. So not only the knee and ankle, but the most important ankles when it comes to basketball, jumping, running, dribbling, playing defense, playing offense, whatever, it's your knee and your ankle, the starting point. So to strengthen joints, it's super simple. All you have to do is bend the joint with resistance. That's resistance training, right? Bending the joint with resistance is that simple. And if you're 30, 40, and you're reaching a certain age, we need to slow the movement down. So the eccentric part of the movement is the most important part of an exercise that we're doing. And it's really simple. In order to strengthen your knee and your ankle, I'm going to cover the only two exercises you need is a squat and a calf raise. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, but really that's all you need. It's mastering the squat and the calf raise. I tore my meniscus on my right knee here. I ruptured my Achilles tendon in my left foot. So ruptured means the tendon was not attached anymore. And my meniscus I tore, super painful. I mean, if you had meniscus issues, you know, even laying down with your legs straight, your knee is throbbing, right? I also had chronic patellar tendonitis. So my knees, my patellar tendon, I don't know if you can see this here, would swell up after like a light jog. Horrible. So I've been able to improve all of this stuff by resistance training, by improving the squat, getting better at the squat, and calf raises. I'll record my calves so you can see the difference between the two calves. So you can see, okay, the one tendon is thicker and the calf is smaller than on my right side. So you'll see that. But I'm back on the court. I can still dunk, right? So so this injury happened about 3 years ago, and my legs, because of resistance training, I can still dunk the ball now, right? It's really resistance training. So I'm going to cover the two exercises for the knee and the ankle that you only need, the squat and the calf raise. And there's also your athletic ability, the athleticism, being able to change direction, being able to still jump, and being able to sprint. But I'll get into that in a second. Let's cover the squat for our knees. Very simple. All you have to do is just really, the important thing is that we focus on this inner quad. Yeah, this one, has to be strong. This help the VMO. So that teardrop muscle here, this helps to stabilize our knee. Yeah, you really feel it in the standing upward position here. So when you push your knees through, that's when you can really contract it. You should feel it when bending as well. If you don't feel it, this will get stronger over time. But the best way to strengthen your legs, the muscles around the knee, is by bending the knee. And we want to very slowly drop down. So bend the knee. We can lift our heels up off the floor and push the knees forward. That allows us to get a full bend bend in our knee, right? Versus pushing the hips back. Being here, that requires a lot more ankle mobility. Really want to push the knee forward, right? Control that puts more pressure on the knee, but forces our quads to work. So very slow, 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 full bend, and then up and squeeze. Stand up all the way, always squeeze your butt, always squeeze the quads here. So very slow, 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 full bend in the knee, and then up. Again, to increase it, we can increase the intensity, we can increase the time under tension by slowing down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we can even hold down here for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stand up all the way. So that will really help you to build strength. You're bending the joint fully, right? And to increase the intensity of that, we can do that with one leg or even do like a split squat. So to increase the intensity here, we can go to one leg. Split squats, you've probably seen these before. Yeah, so bending here, going back, that puts more pressure, that allows us to put more pressure on the back end, our hamstrings and our glutes, right? So we can drop down here. Again, slow, slow, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can increase the intensity by even holding here at the bottom and then coming up and squeezing. Or we can do single leg squats when you're ready. And for single leg squats, you can really just focus on, you can have 2 chairs here, right? Or a TRX band or something like that, and really focus on the downward part of the movement, right? And then push yourself up. So I'm just using this because I'm still struggling with the single leg squat. It's still difficult for me, right? So slow on the way down, and then all the way up. Whew, that's tough, right? So I'm bending the knee fully. I'm building strength in my quad. That has allowed me to get rid of my meniscus pain, right? My knee is fully fine. My chronic patellar tendonitis, well, that came from also anterior pelvic tilt, but that's a whole nother video. So my knees are super strong now, so that when I'm in a defensive position, my knees are fine. When I'm jumping, right, or going up for a rebound, or whatever, I'm in offense, I'm triple threat here, my knees are great, right? I have no more pain in my knees, and this is really what you need, the foundation of being able to play basketball properly. So let's cover the ankle here next. This is a simple calf raise, right? You can do this on a stair or elevated platform or some books. You've seen this plenty of times. Again, focusing on the downward motion, down, and then up and squeeze. Slow, 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 controlled, right? To increase the range of motion here, I can be a little bit higher. That would force me to drop down even more and up and squeeze. What else I can do is go to single leg to make this more difficult, up, squeeze. Yeah, if you don't have an elevated platform, you can also do the same exact thing, but pretty much, let me show you here from the side, but just pretty much pushing your knee forward as you drop down, right? So pushing the knee forward increases the range of motion that you need versus here, if you see my ankle, the angle there, here. So all you have to do is as you drop down, push the knee forward. You see I'm putting pressure there and then coming up. So push the knee forward here and then up, squeeze fully. So that's how you can strengthen your calves, your ankle. And then we have our athletic ability, right? Our ability to change directions, our ability to jump, our ability to sprint. Honestly, this is so simple. It's just being strong on the balls of our feet. And the easiest way, the best way to train this, the simplest way to train this is by jump roping, right? I don't know if this thing is. So jump roping, right? I don't have a jump rope here now, but I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm jumping, I'm on the balls of my feet here. Yeah, I get I strengthen my foot, I strengthen my calves by doing this. It's so simple. Doing this, yeah, you need this when you're playing defense, when you're jumping, you need to be able to get off the floor quickly. If you combine this with strength training, yeah, that's the foundation. That's really what you need to be able to jump, to be able to play defense, to be able to change direction. Real simple, right? And I think a lot of times people overlook it with all these extra plyometric exercises, plyo box jumps, one-legged jumps and stuff. Yes, these things will improve your athletic ability, but if you reach a certain age, 30, 40 and above, you don't necessarily want to be able to dunk the ball anymore. It's not that important to you. You just want to be able to go out on the court and perform. You want to be able to play without pain. So we can't focus on so many things at once. It's important that we have the foundation first. That's really, really important. Now you have it, what you need to get back on the court. Resistance training, I promise you, just focus on that. And for longevity, we need resistance training. We lose muscle as we get older. And resistance training is really just bending the joint. When you bend the joint, you keep it healthy. And I think people, look at resistance training, you think it's going to the gym, deadlifts, lifting heavy weights, all this stuff. No, resistance training is really just bending your joint, keeping it healthy. And you're doing that with some resistance. Yeah, and if you look at a lot of you, if you reach my age, 30, 40 and above, and you used to be an ex-athlete and you're now maybe stuck at a desk and you want to play over the weekend, you want to play on the weekends, you want to play some basketball, you might have put on some weight. The thing with weight, and this is something I also added weight because I kind of let myself go. I stopped training, I stopped doing resistance training, and then I continued eating the way I used to eat. If you're an ex-athlete and maybe you play basketball, you probably ate a whole lot. And I did the same thing. You have to have a better relationship with food. So I think resistance training is the foundation, because resistance training, if you're strong, that will help you, if you have a certain amount of muscle mass, that'll help you to keep your digestive system going, right? So you'll have a higher calorie intake, right? You have more calories that you burn throughout the day because you have more muscle. So that's number one, reducing your stress, improving your relationship with food. I think adding more complex carbs. So I know there's tons of diets and stuff out there. I would probably stay away from those diets because I just see it all the time. People just put on, they lose weight and then they put it all back on because it's a diet, right? So it's always short term and you can't sustain. So I think the most important thing is, for me, what I notice is increasing my complex carbs. So replacing the simple carbs, maybe the white rice with black rice. Then we have white rice with quinoa. Then we have pasta with maybe zucchini noodles or some pea noodle base or something like that, right? So I think there's ways that you can kind of replace these simple carbs with complex carbs, and these help you to stay full longer and also reduce the amount of inflammation that you have in your body. I noticed this big time. I used to eat all these simple carbs. I would be sick from October to March, like once a month, right? And now I'm sick maybe every 2 years or something. So it's crazy, and I know 100% that it's from the simple carbs. Now, when I say simple carbs, that's sugar, that's also included, so all the sweets. But now I still eat the sweets, but I just reduce the amount of simple carbs that I overall eat. So I'm not eating white rice with a cake. I'm now eating black rice with a cake, right? If that makes sense. So maybe that'll help you with reducing weight. I want to get more into this. I want to really help those ex-athletes that kind of ended up at a desk and want to stay fit. So I really want to build a community. So please ask questions, comment below, and maybe I can, get some engagement going. Maybe I can really help you out somehow in the comments. Just post your questions, and that will give me more video ideas also for future. I'd be happy to hear from you. If you're interested, you can join my email list. I have an email series. It's 7 days. You get one email to help you get back in control of your body, specifically for ex-athletes who are now stuck at a desk and they kind of want to refresh themselves and get fit again. This email series is for you. You can just check the description below. I also have a Build Real Strength program that kind of covers the same principles that I've talked about here that you can check out. I'll also include a link in the description there. So yeah, all right. See ya.